Well, Tom, welcome to Aston Villa. Congratulations on the move. What are your initial thoughts on joining a fantastic football club?
Excitement, I think. It's sort of been on the cards for a little while. Weren't sure if it was going to go through, so I'm absolutely delighted to be here. Having spoken to the manager, it seems like a fantastic opportunity, and it's great that this massive football club's back in the Premier League, and I'm delighted to be part of that.
What went through your mind when the interest first surfaced?
Yeah, I think just the stature of the football club, the opportunity in front of me. I've obviously had a fantastic time at Burnley over the last 6 years, but this opportunity has come up, and it's one that I wanted to take. It's a new challenge for me. It's one that I'm looking forward to embracing. As soon as the idea of it was there, I think it certainly got my mind working, and excited, as I say, to come and take it on.
You're used to seeing the claret shirts in front of you, so I'm sure it'll work on many levels, this move. What are your opinions on the club you're joining? Because there is so much momentum about Aston Villa just now, with the flurry of signings, the promotion, and back in the big time as well. That's
right. I think you look at last season. I think momentum certainly seems like the right word from obviously seeing it from afar. It certainly felt like they got the ball rolling, and a fantastic success story in that sort of second half of the season. To gain promotion was absolutely brilliant. As I say, it's been a busy window so far. A lot of signings. I think I'm right in thinking a lot of players sort of were out of contract. A few loan players at the back end of last season. So, it probably needed to happen in terms of the squad. But you look at that, it's a majority of lads are sort of young, hungry. Athletic, it's a real exciting time, I think, for Aston Villa, and I'm delighted to be part of that, and hopefully can bring a little bit of experience to it.
Yeah, what are your opinions on the strength and potential of the playing squad at the club?
Yeah, it's obviously, first time back in the Premier League for any team is going to be tough. There are going to be challenges along the way. I think the club look to have bought some fantastic players. We've already got a lot of fantastic players here. I think it's about putting that together, getting the performances right on the pitch, and getting some results and points on the board as early as possible. Hopefully, you can then use sort of momentum again, as we've already spoken about, and take that into the season. But yeah, I think there'll be challenges. I think it'll be tough, but it's one that there's a real excitement around the place to take that on. And as I say, I'm really delighted to be a part of it.
James Chester's a familiar face to you.
He is. Obviously, grew up with United at Chelsea. I've spoken to him quite a few times over the last period, and he spoke incredibly highly of it. It sort of just added to my appetite really to get here. He couldn't speak highly enough of it. So yeah, I'm delighted to be here with him, of course, as well.
And the defenders that you'll be playing behind, the likes of Tyrone Mings, Ezri Konsa, Courtney Hawes, there's been a clear focus on making that ship steady at the back. So you're looking forward to working with them?
I am. Not new players in there. Obviously, you need that cohesion in the back line. But there's certainly some outstanding players there, and an awful lot of potential. Ezri Konsa, for example, I played with in the summer. We had a little bit of a mix between the under-21s and the seniors over the summer. I actually had half an hour playing with him, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to starting that up again. And as with everyone else, it's looking forward to getting out on the grass and starting really.
And working under Dean Smith, you mentioned him earlier on. He's a manager who has a good knowledge of exactly what he wants to do, very attack-minded. You're going to relish that prospect, aren't you, working under him and his staff?
That's right. I think real sort of positive outlook. I was really impressed with everything that he had to say about the way he wants to play, the club, the players. And it got me on board straight away, really. Not that it needed much persuading, I have to say, but it was, again, I keep using that word, but it's how I feel, to be honest. A real excitement to go and play for him and give everything I've got for the shirt. So it's all looking good at the moment.
And how do you feel about following in the footsteps of some illustrious keepers for Villa in the Premier League? The likes of Mark Bosnich, Brad Friedel, Schmeichel, Given. There have been some real star performers there.
Yeah, there's been some incredible names over the years. Of course, my ambition is to try and add to that. That's certainly my target. Go and put in some good performances. There's never any guarantees in football, but you can only give everything you've got. I'll certainly do that. I spent a little bit of time working with Nigel Spink at Bristol City obviously you know, a bit of a hero at the football club. I spoke to him not so long ago, and he you know, again filled me in on what the club's all about, and how much it means to everyone. So yeah, as I say, it's great to be here.
Yeah, we should have mentioned Spinky there. You're right to bring him up. Now, England, you've talked about that as well. You know, I'm sure those 3 caps take pride of place in the Heaton household. But do you think this move might help you, you know, sustain your international ambitions?
I hope so. You know, I've certainly got a lot of appetite for that. You know, a lot of hunger to get to kick on with the England thing. You know, the 3 caps I'm obviously very proud of. Touch frustrating in terms of I got my first start against France away, and then followed up sort of 4 games into that season with a nasty shoulder injury. But thankfully, you know, I've come out the back of that, got back involved with the England setup, and yeah, I see this as a platform to hopefully make a play for that shirt. You know, there's a big European Championships coming up at the end of this season. I've certainly got an eye on that, but I think it's important that the focus remains on day in, day out here at the football club to allow that to happen.
Funny how things work out. I think your last visit to Villa Park, you kept a clean sheet, and Jed Steer was playing for Villa in that game. What are your memories of that? Yeah,
obviously, I think that was the season we went down. I think we were already down at the time, but ended up finishing really strongly. I think we were already down with 3 games to go with Burnley, but won our last 3 games, one of them being at Villa Park. Yeah, it was an interesting day. I think we frustrated you a little bit at the back. I remember I think Delphi was playing at the time, and landed on Ashley Barnes, who had a nasty knee injury that day. Obviously Jed Steer playing. I think that was his sort of first start of the season that day. I remember that speaking to him after the game, it'd be an exciting time for him. So yeah, it's funny how things come around. But yeah, certainly have great memories of a fantastic stadium.
Yeah, you've sampled that special Villa Park atmosphere, the fervour of the fans as well. So I bet you're looking forward to it being your home stadium, aren't you?
That's right. It's obviously renowned throughout football. You know, the quality of the stadium, the atmosphere that the fans provide. It's an incredible place to go and play football, and it's one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you've had a top half finish with Burnley. And, you know, there's lots of optimism that Villa can do well this season. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think that the potential's there. I think, you know, I've already spoke about first and foremost, I think that there will be challenges along the way. Any team coming up, that the first priority has to be staying in the league. Beyond that, I don't think there should be any limitation to it. If you can get everything right, put the performances in, get the results, start building those points, you know, there shouldn't be any limit, certainly not with the quality that I've seen in this squad so far. So yeah, I think you've got to be open-minded to what the possibilities are, certainly.
Kicks off at Spurs. You did beat them, didn't you, with Burnley last season at Turf Moor?
Yeah, obviously a top side, a lot of good individuals, but a fantastic way to start the campaign. You know, obviously a new stadium, new ground, so it'll be a great place to go and get a result, hopefully.